Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great week so far. This is my first episode post 4th of July, so gotta represent with the Gadsden flag. I hope you all had a great holiday week or weekend as it were. I hope you're having a great week. So today I'm going to talk about our desired outcome. And our desired outcome can be anything. It can have to do with a goal. It can have to do with a relationship status, obtaining more friends, getting a new job. There's all kinds of things. Sorry, this glare is, that maybe is better. I promise the sun just moved because I tested this before I started. Anyway, so this applies, my point is this applies to a whole bunch of things, or it can apply to a whole bunch of things. So this part, you'll have to just see how it applies to you, right? But if for context purposes, when I talk about our desired outcome, I'm referring to anything that we hope for, anything. If you're familiar with The Secret, right? The law of attraction, manifestation, you always have a desired outcome for something. If you talk to a person, if you get this job, if you have this interview, the desired outcome is to get the job. If you went to this networking event, the desired outcome is that you created some more friends, right? We always have a desired outcome. And a lot of the time, that's what we focus on. We focus on hoping that thing comes true, and we think that that's the law of attraction, or we think that we are, this happens to me. We think that we're complying with The Secret, with the law of attraction, with manifesting, because we believe in the desired outcome, and we want the desired outcome, and we focus on the desired outcome. And I think a lot of the time we do that too much, and we misunderstand what it is that we're supposed to be focusing on, and what it is that we're supposed to be doing to achieve said desired outcome. And most of the time, we're focusing too much on the outcome. We're focusing too much on the result that we want. I know I always pick on us with those of us wanting to lose weight, right? But it's such an applicable example to everything, okay? So if my desired outcome is to lose the 10 pounds of quarantine 10 or quarantine 15 or whatever, right? And if my desired outcome is that, and all I'm focusing on is, I want to lose 10 pounds, 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 that is not going to manifest 10 pounds of weight loss. Even if I believe it and I visualize myself the 10 pounds ago, it doesn't just poof. The universe doesn't go, okay, cool, you visualized it long enough, you wanted it bad enough, so poof, there you go. There you go. That's not how it works. We have to do something that we always don't want to do. We don't talk about this part because we don't want to do this part. We want to try to see if we can cheat code, a life hack, a workaround to the work. None of us, we don't want to do the work, right? The work is what we fail to talk about with the desired outcome. Yes, it's important to know your why. That's another video. It's important to focus and hold a vision of what it is that you're working on. But if you don't consider your work, if you're not factoring in taking action, you're not going to achieve the desired outcome. And so I implore us to focus on the work. I know that bad word that nobody wants to hear or do right now, but I don't mean grinding horrible in the trenches necessarily work. I mean, there is some sort of action that results in your desired outcome. And whether or not you achieve your desired outcome is going to be based on whether or not you took that action. So if I want to lose 10 pounds, I can every day meditate on losing weight. I can do all the visualization. I can believe in myself. I can know I've done it before, etc. But if I don't take action that's going to result in weight loss, I'm not going to lose that weight. So the way to achieve the desired outcome simply is work. It's quote by Yoda is work works every time. Work, works every time. I'll type it. I made that up. It works every time. Work works every time. So I think we focus too much on what we want. I think sometimes we have first world problems and we can be a little spoiled and act like brats sometimes and think that, things should be easy and things should come our way and we should never be disappointed and we should never be let down, and forget it with these kind of mindsets, right? We can't just focus on the desired outcome, we also have to take massive action. Take massive action. So I really, really want this desired outcome really bad. I have committed to it. I've made my goal a SMART goal. Okay, so it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, it's timely. I have my SMART goal. I know what my why is. I have my desired outcome. Now what do I have to do? I have to take massive action. I have to actually do something to make that desired outcome happen. It's not enough to just believe in it. It's not enough to just meditate or manifest or visualize, or we have to take action. That's why this year I picked the word bold. Hashtag bold. Hashtag bold. Every time I say it, I make myself type it. I will type it bold. And do you know how much of this year I have been bold? I picked that word for a reason, because I knew that's the word that I needed to hear, right? Because for me at least, that's when I'm taking massive action, when I'm being bold, when I'm going toward, I desire this outcome, and we have to desire it enough to do the work, to do the thing. So whatever it is that we're going for, if we want to manifest that outcome, we have to look at, okay, well, has it been done before? Has anybody else achieved the outcome you're looking into receiving? Follow the leader with those people. Maybe somebody's blazed the trail, right? So if one person has lost the 10 pounds that I want to lose in my example, how did they do it? I'm going to look at how did they do it? What actions did they take? How can I apply that to myself? And so one tip is to see people that have already achieved your desired outcome and replicate those behaviors. They say that your closest 5 friends are the people that the 5 people that you spend the most time with are the ones that are most influential to you. So if you have a really big desired outcome that's maybe something more life-changing than losing 10 pounds, then really set yourself around people that either know how to do that, have already done that, or are wanting to do it too. Because then you'll all feed off of each other. You won't be doing it by yourself. That's 50% more likely. If off the tops, you're 50% more likely. And if you think 50-50 is your kind of shot for mostly anything, right? We succeed, fail, 50-50 usually. So if you're increasing your odds by 50%, if you have another person around you that's also going toward a desired outcome, that is the number one thing that you can do. But taking massive action is the thing that I encourage us to focus more on the work, on that ugly word, on that ugly thing that nobody wants, that we don't want to do, and find a way to make it work for you. Make your work work for you. Make your work deliberate and intentional to provoke that desired outcome. So then I'm not just sitting and hoping and wishing that I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to think, okay, how can I do this? I'm going to eat a non-inflammatory diet. I'm going to cut some carbs, cut my sugar. Those are the things I've indulged on. That was the cause of the weight gain. So I'm going to stop doing those things and take massive action, and then I'll lose that. So that is a really generic kind of example of how you reverse engineer that. So you have your goal. Make sure to make it SMART. Watch the video on SMART goals, right? But I did tell you that acronym of SMART. Make your goal SMART. Align with your why. Now you have your desired outcome, and work works every time. So find people that have done what you want to do and copy them. Not copy, but I think you know what I mean. Take inspiration from the things that they have proven to work. You don't have to always reinvent the wheel. I'm the queen of thinking that I need to reinvent the wheel, and I have reformed that over several years. And I'll tell you, things are a lot more peaceful in my life since not feeling like I have to be the original author of everything. Sometimes somebody else has already achieved whatever outcome we're looking for, and we can just kind of be inspired by the mold that they set out, or the trail that they blazed, and then take massive action. It's better to take action than sit around and say that we don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna not do anything. Well, at least if you're taking some kind of action, you're on the road somewhere. If not, you're not even in the field. You're not even playing in a game. Of course you can't win if you're on the bench. You're not even in the game, right? So put yourself in the game. Take some type of action today. Decide a desired outcome that you're after. Maybe you want better communication with your partner. Maybe you want a better job. You want to make some more money. Whatever your desired outcome, think of something and then reverse engineer what can be done to achieve that outcome. Work works every time. I hope this encourages you guys. I'm sending so much love your way. I feel so much shift planetarily going on. If you've been struggling lately, I have been also. Just please know that you're not alone. This too shall pass, and our desired outcome, sometimes even your desired outcome. If you're anything like I was a few years ago, before I had any wellness going on in my life, and even things like getting out of bed and taking a shower every day, those things were difficult for me, and sometimes didn't happen. And so if you're watching or listening to this and you're like, I don't have some big lofty goal right now, I'm just trying to make it through the day, that's your desired outcome. Your desired outcome is that. And then reverse engineer, how can I do that? How can I take action to make sure that I make it through the day? I can distract myself. I can phone a friend. I can watch something encouraging. I can go do some grounding. I can take a walk outside. Give yourself a plethora of action steps. Instead of only focusing on what we want, we have to focus on what we can do, what we control our output. We control. You reap what you sow. We control what we sow. We control the amount of labor and effort that we put towards something. And maybe we can't always control the outcome, but we can dang sure determine and dictate it by our action. How much massive action? Are you taking massive action? Because then I'll be shocked if you're not achieving your desired outcome. Almost always when we're not achieving our desired outcome, or at least getting ourselves closer to it, it's because we're not taking action. We're spending a whole bunch of time trying to figure out how we can avoid doing the work instead of just working. Put your head down and grind and go, and just keep going. Don't look up around and see how you're doing. Just keep going. Work works every time. Keep me posted how it's going. I'd love to hear and share with a friend. And thank you for watching. Love and light. Take care.